Can you tell this is in my mug? World's best papa. I'm literally stressing out. It's so hard freaking making like content. I don't know where to start. I have no clue where to start. You know when you like dance around a project and then you like kind of like move on to another one, but you didn't like finish the other project that you were doing? That's literally what I have been doing. Yeah, welcome to the day in the life. Basically, I'm like behind on content because I haven't been active for the past 2 months. But I guess I'm gonna start off with posting like an Instagram story because I've been wanting to obviously be more active on social media. Welcome to my channel where you'll get the most realistic shit that nobody else probably fucking shows you. I've already started the process, but I'll like catch you up. Basically what I'm doing is I want to post an Instagram story, right? But I don't really like the way the photo is. Like there's nothing wrong with it. It's just, I'll show you what it looks like. This is currently what the image looks like, but I kind of want to brighten it up, you know? So right now it looks like this, and I'm going to tone it down a little bit. Definitely looks more brighter. We're gonna export that. Why does that low-key look good? Come spend the day with me. Isn't it funny how I literally wrote that and you're like, oh my god, she's out and she's being productive. Nah bitch, I'm literally on my couch. You know what I always think before like posting? I always think this girl has been gone for like the longest fucking time, and now all of a sudden she's like posting like constantly. But like, does it really matter? Not really. Am I inside my head? Yes. Starting the day off with breakfast. I love like making Instagram stories because I get like so creative with them, and I'll like show you like the things that I like do to make it like artistic. I don't know why I'll like sit here for like hours trying to make it like so fucking perfect, and it's so stupid because it'll literally disappear in 24 hours. Like it's just a fucking story. Yeah, like right, I'm gonna put that U like right there, and I'm gonna go in with another, I'm gonna go in with an N, and I'm gonna change that color to like that color right there. Like that's pretty good, right? It's like close. All right. Should I make it bigger? That's good. And then I'm gonna go in again. I constantly just keep going with it. And hopefully I don't mess up. One thing I hate about Instagram is when you fuck up with your story once. It's so annoying to like there's so many times where I'd make like an Instagram story and I like press the wrong button and everything that I made is gone. I don't know why. I feel like somebody's probably watching me do this right now and they're like, Talin, there's like a way easier way to do that. Okay. Yeah, ta-da, that's what it looks like. We got strawberry banana with chocolate syrup drizzle, and then with like some icing sugar, and then this one just like so plain and basic because I didn't want anything on top of it. So I got my strawberries and bananas on the side. Okay, that's better. Well, basically I was importing my footage and then I looked at the footage that I just filmed recently, which you probably won't even see because it's boring as fuck because I was telling the story like this. So basically what happened was, which I even fell asleep to my story. So I'm gonna retell the story in an interesting or better way. So basically I filmed a bunch of b-roll of me making like a disaster like pancake, but I never really explained the situation. I just filmed a bunch of b-roll and I was like, oh, I'll explain it later, and I never did. So here we are, I'm explaining to you what the fuck happened. Basically 2 weeks ago, yes, I think it was 2 weeks ago, I'm like getting all the details right now. I wanted pancakes, so I went to the grocery store and I bought a shitload of ingredients, and then I came home Basically, I made 3 batches of pancakes and they were all a fail. First one, I followed the ingredients right-ish. Basically, what I mean by ish is, for some reason that day, my head was like not in the game. You know when you're like, when you're not in the game and like you're not there mentally, I guess you can say, like comprehending wise, like it's just one of those like rough days. I was having one of those and it was like really bad. Like for some reason I was confusing words when I was reading. Like for some reason I confused baking powder with baking soda. So when I made the first batch, I ended up putting baking soda and I never ended up putting baking powder. And then when I put it in the pan when I was cooking, you know what I mean? It wasn't like fluffing up. It was so like, it wasn't even turning into a circle or anything. You know, it was like she was burning, like flat burn. Bam. The flavor was like barely there, you know what I mean? Let's just say baking powder goes a long way. So yeah, I was like, why is it not cooking? Blah, blah, blah. And I was making pancakes for me and Yannick. And I was like telling Yannick, I was like, I don't understand what's going wrong, blah, blah, blah. I read out the ingredients to him. And then I was like, you know, one of the ingredients, I was like baking powder. And he's like, what? Baking powder? But then where's the baking powder? Because it's only, you only got baking soda out. And I was like, oh, wait, what? Turns out we never used baking powder, and the whole time I was reading baking soda instead of baking powder when I was reading the ingredients.
How much did it mess with your head when you saw baking soda and you're like...
So much. Oh. I was also reading the numbers wrong, like the cup and the tablespoons. I was confusing tablespoons with like cups. Like this is how bad my day was. Which we'll get to the cups, by the way, because that's when the third batch was really, really bad. Like really, really bad. So I decided to remake the whole like pancake thing and like start from scratch. Did the same ingredient, but this time I put like double the milk. I was also running low on eggs. I only had like 6 eggs and I needed like 2 for each batch, or like 1, I don't remember. So I put too much milk and then I was like, oh fuck, I already fucked up. So I got rid of that batch and then made another batch. Oh, so I didn't even make 3 batches. I made like 4. Followed the recipe perfectly, like, you know, everything was like check, check, check. Like I was like double checking and everything, and then the last minute my dumbass fucked up. For some reason I read cups instead of tablespoons, so I put like 1 cup of salt in instead of 1 tablespoon of salt. You know how much salt that is? That is a lot of salt. I was literally pouring like the salt into the measuring cup and I was like, this doesn't make sense. Did I want to check the ingredients to make sure it was good? No. So I ended up pouring it in, like into the flour. Still was like, what the fuck, this doesn't make sense. So I checked the ingredients, obviously like last minute, and I noticed that you're supposed to put a tablespoon of salt. So I started like taking salt out of like the flour, but it was already mixed in there. And I was like, okay, well, it's probably not that noticeable if you like, you know, it'll blend in there. It didn't blend in there whatsoever. After like the 4th batch of like remaking and like starting from scratch, I was like trying to convince myself that like it would like work. It didn't work. I tried convincing Yannick that it would taste good still. It didn't work. It was straight up salt and like basically batter of salt. So I tried fixing up the same batch. Like I was like putting a whole bunch of ingredients in, but like the salt was still like masking, I guess you can say, the rest of the flavor. So we ended up calling quits. Well, actually I ended up calling quits and we just went out and got bagels instead, which was so much more better than salted pancakes. Which is funny because literally like 2-3 days later, I literally made pancakes again, and on the first batch nailed it. And like you'll like even see the freaking clips. How good were the pancakes?
So they were really good, but I put way too much toppings on them. I put there was chocolate chips in them, which was delicious, but then I also put chocolate sauce and chocolate, what was it? What was on there? Whipped cream, strawberry, banana, chocolate sauce.
Yeah.
Like a ton of chocolate sauce.
Did I put too much?
No, I asked for too much.
Oh, okay.
You did a row, and then I was like, do more, and it was too much. It was just way too much.
You just know how much I put at work. A lot. I'm supposed to though, it's my job.
remind me not to order the pancakes.
Oh, they're so good though. I never ended up showing you what the whole Instagram story ended up looking like. By the way, if you don't follow me on Instagram, you totally should. That way you know what I'm talking about when I talk about Instagram stories and like all the pranks that I do, because when I do like pranks, I like include you guys somewhat in it, and then you never really know about it until I post the video. This is what like the Instagram story ended up looking like. Honestly, I'm like really proud of it. It looks like really, really good. After I ran out of freaking storage, I was still editing the photo, and it was kind of a disaster and a half. I almost like lost the whole entire like image. I don't know if I was still screen recording though, but I was almost like done with the whole like this like high-rise pancakes, and like the S and the end of like pancakes was giving me such a hard time because it was in the corner, and for some reason Instagram has this weird thing with stories, especially if you get like really creative with it, you kind of like start losing control of like the letters. Like I wanted to like press on the S and like I wanted to like move it around and stuff, but instead it was like grabbing onto like the H instead, or like the E or the G, so I like kind of fixed that. But yeah, that's what the image ended up looking like. Holy fucking shit, oh my god. That bird literally fucking almost came to my face. Oh my god. Before I do close off today's video, I do want to mention to stay tuned for next week's video, because that's going to be a birthday vlog, and I'm going to be taking you, you know, my day-to-day life kind of thing, you know, just like another vlog basically, where I take you along, and we're just gonna be celebrating my birthday. I know that I'm going to medieval times, which is something that I've always wanted to do. I haven't been there since I was like freaking 12. It's a weekend, bitch. You know what that means. Party. Not really. But I'm taking you along with me, so stay tuned for that video. Yesterday was my birthday. I ended up going to Moxie's. I always go for their lemon basil salmon. That is so good. If you haven't had that at Moxie's, you definitely should. It's literally my go-to. That's literally what I eat when I go there like all the freaking time. Yesterday was a good birthday. It was pretty chill. A little bit rough because somebody decided to come, aka period alert. Other than that, I hope you enjoyed today's vlog. If you did, subscribe to my channel, give this video a thumbs up, and you know, I'll see you in the next video. Bye. After big thing happened and I never really like talked about it, I kind of, oh my god, that was a big ass bee, what the fuck. So that was a huge ass problem, and then the photos started moving on, you know, because I accidentally, I wanted to touch the S. Oh, absolutely not.